I want to talk about some of the things that have come out after the prequels, specifically the shows and other content that take place between the prequels and the solo story. So basically, up before the start of the original's place in the timeline. This includes Obi-Wan, and it also includes the most important piece of media, what I think is the most important thing that has been added to the Star Wars canon after the prequel movies, and that is the Clone Wars cartoon. Clone Wars came out when I was a kid. I don't remember its premiere, but I remember pre-Clone Wars. I remember when it was just the 6 movies. That was the Star Wars universe. There was other content, and if you really went looking, you could find the expanded universe, comic books, and everything that exists for Star Wars. But as far as canon, was concerned, that was it. And I remember new episodes coming out. I remember being like, how's Ahsoka, this character Ahsoka gonna work? Because she's not in the 3rd movie. She's not there, she's not mentioned, she's gone. I think they handled that pretty well in the long run. They wrote her story throughout the show, and overall the show, it adds to Anakin's fall in a really nice way. It adds to this kind of Clone Wars concept. It adds to what the Jedi are doing, what this war does to them as a people, what this war does to make this transition from 2 to 3 make more sense. And I like that they gave him a Padawan because I felt that it was important to his story, and it actually makes me feel like understand Anakin's anger a little bit more on why he wasn't a master. I'm like, he just trained a Padawan, like he could do that. He should be a master at this point. Which kind of helps, it doesn't justify his actions, but it helps you put yourself in his shoes more. And how they handle Ahsoka, sending her off at the end, spinning her off, so to speak, with that whole conflict is really interesting as well. And they really do write it down to the wire to the start of this series. I'm talking about, like, these are the episodes that came out on Cartoon Network, is what I'm referring to there, not necessarily the stuff that's continued to be added to the series, like Bad Batch. I have not actually watched Bad Batch. I'd also like to say, the one thing I have watched is every time a show and anything adds to Order 66, I watch it. Every single time. And that means I have watched all the compilations on the internet, Bad Batch, Obi-Wan, all of it. I've seen all of those clips, and it just makes it so much better, because now these clones are people. They're not just betraying them. This is like a deep betrayal. This is not just, I'm going to shoot you. This is, my commander. This is like, these people were friends and comrades in arms, and it hurts more. And I think that it is one of the best things they did with the television medium for Star Wars, is to really make these clones people and characters in their own right, so that when you watch Order 66, it hurts that much more.